So this is the second video that I wanted to do on co-sleeping and feeding while laying down. The first video was all the do's, and this one is the don'ts, the contraindications. So the main ones are fairly common sense, but not everybody would necessarily think of the partner in this. So alcohol. If you or your partner have had alcohol, they cannot sleep in the bed with the baby while you're feeding. If they're a smoker, no co-sleeping or co-feeding. If there's pets, no pets in the bed either. Some people obviously have their dogs or their cats come and sleep in bed with them, and that's something that can't be done while you're co-sleeping. Cats often lick breast milk from the baby's mouth, and unfortunately sometimes they can lick so much that they are licking here and they can stop the baby actually breathing. So that's something that you want to watch if you have cats. So other contraindications would obviously any drug use, whether it's prescribed drugs that make you drowsy. If it says don't use machinery or don't drive with this medication, then that would be a contraindication to co-sleeping. Likewise with illegal drugs. Then there is, as I spoke in the do's, the flat surface. So if your bed is close to a wall, that flat surface is then got a wall against it, and the baby could fall in between the bed and the wall, get trapped, get their arm, part of their body down the side there. So your flat surface, obviously the floor is just the floor, but if your flat surface is your bed, then it needs to be away from the wall. You also, so a flat surface is not a sofa, it's not a chair. Anything that is not totally flat and does not have a space around it is not classed as the flat surface for you to be able to co-sleep and co-feed on. Obviously you want to make sure the room of the temperature isn't above sort of 18 degrees, and that's why in the do video I focus on the baby always having a separate cover from you. So contraindication would be no shared covers. I'm just checking because this is one I really want to make sure that I've covered everything. Okay, and no other child in the bed with you is something that perhaps people wouldn't think about. No, nothing that covers the baby's head. Make sure baby's not overdressed because they're going to have your heat as well. And I think I have, so a flat firm surface is not a waterbed, not a beanbag, not a saggy mattress. A nice flat surface. So they're all the contraindications for co-sleeping and co-feeding, and I find that it's really good to just focus on the do's, to watch the do video, and if it's not on the do video, then think, hang on a minute, let me just think about anything else that might be affecting this. The obvious ones are the alcohol, smoking, medication, pets, other people in the bed. They're the main ones, but remember also we don't want the bed against the wall, and it can't be a water bed or a bed where the flat surface doesn't stay during the night. So perhaps you'd want to have a little think about the memory foam mattresses as well, because they can become molded to the body, and that is not a flat surface. It isn't actually in a lot of the paperwork or the guidance online, but that's the fairly new thing, memory foam mattresses. A topper, only in my personal opinion, I would still be okay with a topper, but a memory foam mattress is different. So you just have a little think about, bit of common sense, lay down with baby, see what happens to them during the night. Do they roll? Do you roll on that surface? Can you move out of your flat C safe position? And as with all things, you know, I am a real advocate of less breastfeeding lessons before the baby comes. Do laying down, practice position, do these things before the baby comes, before you're tired and full of hormones. So check all those things out and have a little think about what you want to do. One thing I did want to say is that someone I was talking to the other day made a great suggestion, in that their partner does have alcohol at night time, but they still want to be able to lay down and co-feed during the night. And what she's going to do is sleep with a pillow one end of the bed, and then when baby needs feeding, rather than turning over the other way, she would just take the pillow to the other end of the bed, so her back is always to her partner. So that might be a way of working it, but remember that you are the C that protects the baby. So I'm going to post with this video the research and all the guidelines so that you can actually read through them. This is just an overview of all the information, so I encourage you to read the full information before you make choices about co-feeding and co-sleeping.